A lot of regulars, Devers, Bogarts, Verdugo, Martinez, a lot of familiar names, but some other guys.
Right-hander, so Alek Manoah, look at his numbers for the season. Very impressive. A lot on the line and really maintained focus. And
a playoff spot after the game tonight in the clubhouse for the Red Sox. And we are underway with a fast team for this trip. There's a strike, and it is 1-1. Had a tough year, up and down a number of times. A ground ball to second, and an easy play for Whit Merrifield one day.
Behind the plate. This is the 30th time he has caught Alec Crandall. These two guys work very well together. It's almost
when he was sidelined with that hip issue that kept him out a few days. In fact, this could be a game one lineup, what we're seeing tonight.
I don't think it's
tonight. Tip of the cap to how Jansen has been swinging the bat.
On Wednesday.
Yes, 27 home runs on the season. And a 3-0 green light to no.
He's a tough out. He's not had a lot.
3-2. Another big.
Yeah, he's got a little extra hop on that fastball upstairs.
And he missed just inside for. Fan. Now he'll turn the page on that and try to beat the
Blue Jays record. It's pretty even.
Xander Bogaerts the batter and looks at a fastball in for a strike. 2016 side. He's the one guy who knows better than any other player.
15 and 16. This place is as good as atmosphere as any.
Field line. Teoscar Hernandez giving chase and will.
Noah. He can opt out of his contract at the end of this season. I spoke to their general manager, Chaim Bloom, today.
Again, the 1-2. And Bogart. Home series of the regular season. And upstairs, 2-2.
Fifth tonight. They dropped him down out of that cleanup spot.
And he got him. Looked like a changeup there.
Pitch, not expecting that pitch on a 2-strike count.
Run. He has a and fouls one back our way.
And he can hit the heater, 6th highest average in the major.
And another pitch
for a pitch or two. He just walked in and said, "Is that in?" Just to
change up, down and away. 2 balls in a
corner to left-handed hitters is so important.
2-2.
Change at a particular time. Fastball's not.
And the pitch. Ball left center. Easy one for George Springer. Off day yesterday. A little bit strange, I'm sure, for John Schneider and company. And of course, we don't know who the Blue Jays will play and if that team will start a righty or a lefty.
C is making his 32nd start of the season. The Yankees last time out.
As Springer rips it into center for a base hit.
Problems with Springer and Bichette. The first two in the Blue Jays.
First pitch to Bo. Is a fastball down and away for ball. The game at his apartment yesterday. Jordan season 60 games for a base hit. Expanded playoff field.
And Springer, as they've done often, comes through early on.
Runs on the season. There's no reason on any planet. Vladdy took exception to it. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
RBI he had for the game.
Down and in. Fernandez in June of '86. Lloyd Moses.
It's in September. The final day of September. He also leads the American League in hits.
The 2-2 to Vladdy. Bounced foul up the.
Continue to pound him inside, and lately he's
shallow right center. And the catch will be made by
Bogarts in Arroyo up the middle. Devers and Tristan base for sure. Maurice. And you can see how far this ball bounces. And
the batter is Kirk. And how about that?
Sure, he wanted to deliver the pitch. He was just going to hold it.
Fastball in there. 1-1.
Certainly had plenty of the plate.
And this will get a run home. The only play is to first.
Wasn't the case as Alejandro picks up his 63rd RBI.
231, 27 homers. Although for Chapman, it's just 2 games. 2018. but he and elsewhere.
You know, Dan, I'm not so sure that an atmosphere. It was different because I don't know that there's that much emphasis.
Takes the curveball low as his.
I don't know what the count was.
Alex Cora on the phone. To right, Verdugo back and with room.
Here on Queens P, while his wife Jessica from their home in he really tried to slow time down a bit. Who had an illustrious career as a Blue Jay, 1,400.
Baseball is hard. The season is a grind. It's 160.
That champagne celebration. You know, John Snyder was a starter on that team. And then in 28, his team to championships in the past.
I mean, skies wonder where when he was a player. So this is going back over. That's really cool. You know, when people either reach out to
his opportunity, start coaching when he was.
This is Tristan Casas, rookie first baseman, but he's hit 5 homers, and he's their first baseman next year.
Yeah, I'm in Florida, and he was a #1 pick.
Yes, he did. Went around at a fast.
He'll throw 2 seamers inside. That's a left-handed hitter.
Oh, that is by design, given the workload this year. The numbers at AAA this year: 293, 8. 1-1.
Rotation in there, as we have seen in the past.
What reminds me of a Cito Gaston story from way. You see where Reese McGuire is?
Few years, so he knows all about it. But it's kind of a comfort thing to get.
3-2. Comes down from Sportsnet 1 and Sportsnet Now. Keeping an eye on the Rays and the Mariners. Tampa Bay is in Houston. Also, they've been the combo up the middle a lot.
They've been pretty constant. Third, short, and
the end of the bat, and it'll drop into center field. A base hit for Teoscar.
Teoscar comes through with a leadoff base hit.
Took BP again today, but
they give you the green light and get out on the push yourself. It happens every spring.
In getting both of them back, even if it was in a limited capacity.
Right.
And fouled back. And their health matches in the playoffs. If Gurriel's healthy, do they carry all? Right side, Bogarts to second for 1, and that's all.
Starters and a very capable bullpen.
Yeah, Luis Castillo, the batter, Danny Jansen. Jansen again.
For all the different scenarios and talk about what happens if.
Swing and a miss and a full count now on Jansen. Tapia's running. And it's ball 4.
Isn't it interesting how many times Raimel
with Merrifield pops it up, but it will drop on
there so he doesn't run into that wall. Pretty cool slide.
Asked him, what do you think your heartbeat will be like next week? He said, Whit, what are you doing out here? Well hit. It'll be. Both runners will tag. Tapia.
4-3 by Kirk, and then this sac fly by Whit Merrifield coming through the minor leagues, and never really had any.
Fastball in there, 2-1. Going to win the Cy Young, but Buck, he's going to finish in the
for his 16th win tonight. Framber Valley, Verlander and Dylan Cease of the White Sox.
And he got him.
And that's what he was looking for, that command, both sides of the plate.
So I wanted to get the league, but he's on the other coast. You know, the first thing you notice is how big he is. And then the next thing you notice, anybody who is more competitive than he is. The intensity into left and right at Tapia. 2 down.
After Blue Jays lost last week, and he was sitting there.
And Gausman, like all questions, you talked about how blessed he. Duran hits it pretty well, but
Snyder, Charlie Montoya, the manager at the start of the season.
Down, and he's got it. And he sets down the.
Sure, time goes fast. Yes, we're sure. And
in the same time, you know who he trailed?
Andrew Kirk behind him. younger Blue Jays like the Bichette and the Guerrero, they played in the playoff. And into the second deck.
He had a swing and a pitch down.
His standards, that ball was smoked. 100.
He barreled it up and broke.
But when you make other major league players go wow, you're pretty special.
Not going to stay in the yard. Get Matt Chapman swinging the bat the way he's capable of.